That's on me. Alright, Miss Wendy, so now I'm going to show you some of these exercises. So you should know all of the glute exercises I put in the bottom, except maybe a single leg glute bridge or a glute bridge march. Let's pull this over here so you can see me. So it's literally focus on pushing, driving your elbows through the floor, toes up in the air, big glute bridge, and then I'm just going to march in place, big knee drive, just like that. Pick a number, they should feel it in their butt and their hamstrings. That's always the goal for training athletes, is we want to feel it in butt and hamstring. Okay, and then a glute emphasis burpee. Hey, I'm sure you know what burpees are, but I'm going to get my chest all the way to the floor, and then when I get up off the ground, I completely land in a squat. So there's no step ins, nothing like that. So a good burpee, chest to the floor, then spring up. Use your glutes, chest to the floor, get up. Fast, get up. I got to use my glute to bring my legs all the way through. Okay, so those build-up sprints explain themselves, but then we get into the other things, which are, let's see if we find a good spot. See if this will do. Hopefully this doesn't fall. Really working with this thing that attaches my phone as a camera, so hopefully it doesn't fall. Perfect. So Frankenstein kicks, pretty simple. Left hand, right leg, little kicks. It says you're going to do that for 10 yards, and then reverse C skips, which is hands still. We can start with a march, knee to chest, big hip circle. You'd be doing this walking backwards. Big hip circle, big stretch in that groin, and then a skip is just a little faster. Get a little bounce to it, up and out. Biggest thing is just making that big circle in your hip. Reverse C skip. Heading down, we got inchworms with a Spider-Man T-spine. So take this down a little bit so maybe might help you see. Okay, so inchworm, pretty simple. Touch toes. We walk out nice and easy, good inchworm. Okay, and then I'm going to take my left foot to my left hand. Big turn, big stretch in my back. Swap sides. And then you would walk your feet to your hands, trying to keep your legs as still as possible. Going back out, 10 yards of that. And then after that would be another 20 yards of power skips. What that is I'm sure you know, a skip's nice and easy, but we're going to do them powerful, learn how to put force into the ground. This might hurt my foot, but power skip is here, up as high as you can. Up as high as you can. So you're thinking about getting as much air as you can. So again, big knee drive, big toe up high, and you're just doing that for 20 yards. So good power skips. And then we would finish with 3 build-up sprints, and you're continuously progressing how fast those build-up sprints are. Build-up means you start off slow. The first 5 yards of it is really a very easy jog, and you build up to whatever percent of a sprint you want. Okay, here we go with those spot stretches. Okay. So I get this down a little bit. Here we go. So we got a deep squat flow. It was probably better where it was. Bear with me. So deep squats flow. We're going to take where after you've done all the sprints and stuff, we can just stand in a little group. We got a good deep squat flow. So hands are going to touch your toes with your legs straight. We're going to get a good deep squat from there, and I don't get to take my hands off my toes. From there, we'll do a T-spine stretch. So I'm going to keep one hand on, big turn, swap, big turn, trying to keep your heels down. They should feel a big stretch in their back. From there, you let them use their hands first. We'll do a big adductor stretch, so just straighten that leg, feel that big stretch here, bring it back, switch sides, big stretch on the inside of your leg. Okay, so that's the entire thing. You'll probably do that 2 or 3 times, up to you, and it depends on how much time you have. Okay, hip flexor stretch plus tension. So anytime we really want to stretch, we don't want to do things passively, we want to do it with tension. So I'm just going to get in a nice kneeling position. I'm going to take my back leg and turn it to the inside. Okay, so it's going back away from me. I'm going to push this ankle into the floor and then squeeze this butt cheek as hard as I can. And when I do that, your hip flexor fires up like you've never had before. And all you're going to do is kind of oscillate for 10 seconds, back and forth, nice and easy. You should feel a big pull right here in that hip flexor. Relax. And we're not doing it for more than 10 seconds, but the emphasis is tension. Push and squeeze. Push your foot into the floor, squeeze your butt cheek as hard as you can. And obviously we would do both legs. So I'm switching. That back leg is going to rotate in, push your ankle into the floor, squeeze that butt cheek, give me 10 seconds, oscillating. Then a shin box. You've probably seen this guy before. I'm going to create two 90-degree angles. Okay, so I got a 90 degree in the front, 90 degree in the side. And all I'm going to do is take a big deep breath into my stomach and then kind of take my chest to my knee, but I'm going to do the same thing, keep tension. Knee goes into the floor, butt goes into the floor. It should feel like a deadlift. I should feel it in my glute. Drive your knee into the floor, push your butt into the floor, chest up nice and tall. Again, no more than 10 seconds, and then relax. And then obviously you would do the other side. Switching 90 degrees, up nice and tall, big breath, chest to knee, and I'm pushing as hard as I can into the floor. Knee pushing in, butt pushing in. But last one is hip internal rotations. So I'm gonna lay just like I did that glute bridge, okay? And all I'm gonna do is feet are gonna be as wide as possible, and I'm gonna try to get my knees to touch together, back out, knees to touch together, back out. You can also do it one leg at a time. You should feel that right here, in the side of your hip, again, to put it straight so you can see feet are very wide, knees going in and up or together at the same time. Okay? And if you try these, you'll see where you feel them. Okay? Hope that helps. If you have any questions, just text me. Okay? And I'll make sure all these videos are in there for you.